Today, we're joined by two accomplished graduates of Reeyada who have gone on to excel in their fields, one as an engineer and the other as a doctor. Our first guest, Dr. Noor Nizar, now a dedicated doctor at King Fahd Hospital, making a meaningful impact in the medical field. We're also honored to welcome engineer Bakr Musa, who has made history as the first Saudi student to graduate from Reeyada and has since built a successful career in engineering. Join us as we dive into their inspiring journeys, the challenges they overcame, and the role Reeyada played in shaping their career.
Good afternoon and welcome to Reeyada International School podcast. To our listeners, thank you for joining us as we celebrate 25 years. We want to hear from both past and present individuals who have made Reeyada International School truly exceptional. Today, I'm joined by two former students, Bakr and Noor, an engineer and a doctor. Please welcome Engineer Bakr and Dr. Noor.
Thank you, Ms. Reeyada.
Thank you for joining us at this time, taking time to join us on this podcast. I will start with you, Bakr. Could you introduce yourself to our viewers and tell us this about yourself, the school you graduated, and at the same time what you're doing currently?
In the name of God, the most merciful. My father actually have passed away a few months ago. And to be honest, he was the one who encouraged me to join an international school. I used to be in an Arabic school, and I was so hesitated when he decided to transfer me into an international school. So really, I would like to give thanks to God and then to my father, because now, during these days, I can really feel what impact did Reeyada has on my life and on my, especially educational life. Yes, I am Bakr Musa, a Saudi student. I joined Reeyada at grade 8. I graduated from Reeyada 10 years ago. I am currently about to graduate from King Fahd University of Petroleum and Minerals, KFUPM, as a master student in environmental science. And I used to work in an environmental engineering company for 3 years.
Bakr, first of all, I'm very sorry, fathers, the loss that I can feel the loss that you must be feeling, losing your father. Again, I met your father, amazing man, and I know the impact that he had, and you were the first Saudi student in Reeyada International School, and in those days, as you said, you had to go to Riyadh to get the approval, and I know that those days, it was very difficult for Saudi students coming from different schools to come to international school. They need permission.
That's right.
So I know, you see your father worked very hard, and so I'm sure you're going to remember him every day, every minute. This is something will be part of you, it will stay with you. And he was watching over you. He must be very proud. As I said, really, I'm very proud of you. So what I know is that you called to become an engineer at King Fahd University of Petroleum and Minerals.
That's right.
Could you tell us how you managed to get into one of the top universities in Saudi Arabia? I know many students attempt to enroll, but many were rejected.
So actually, I still remember a very funny story, which is that when I applied to KFUPM, many of students who were from my town, they get accepted, except me. So all the family was, sad. That's why weren't you accepted and so on. When we talked to them, they said, yeah, because we are an international school students, so we are not familiar, we are doing something new right now. And then only I have been maybe accepted after 2 weeks of the official acceptance day. Actually, I had many friends who were international students at KFUPM. So this is really one of the things that when you come to Reeyada, you have the chance to learn about other cultures, have the chance to connect to other people from other societies. And this is really a very big advantage for any human, any human being.
This is what we always say, that our strength, Reeyada's strength is diversity.
That's right.
We are almost between 26 to 29 nationalities.
Yeah. There was a test that was provided by Qiyas. It used to be in Arabic, but I took it in English. And this has many questions in biology and chemistry and mathematics. And to be honest, it was for me I was very familiar with these things because of the strong education at Reeyada. So this helped me to get a good mark, which eventually allowed me to join KFUB.
Good afternoon, Dr. Noor.
Good afternoon.
Wow, it was for my student, a doctor sitting in front of me. I'm so proud of you. So could you introduce yourself and share your current profession and tell us what work and which medical field you are in at the moment?
Sure. My name is Dr. Noor Ibrahim. I graduated Reeyada 10 years ago with Baqir. We were in the same class. It's been a very long 10 years. It's been crazy, but finally I graduated as a doctor 3 months ago, and I'm currently doing my internship in King Fahd Hospital. I'm looking to go into emergency medicine.
King Fahd Hospital, that's very nice. That's very nice. I believe you completed your medical studies in Russia, is that correct?
First I went to Germany for like a couple of years, and then I went to Russia. I moved from Saudi Arabia. As you know, like Saudi Arabia, here in Riyadh, we had like a lot of international students. My best friends were from all over the world.
Yes.
And like people I like nationalities I never thought I would be friends with before I came to Riyadh. And then I went and I traveled to many places like Germany, Europe, and I managed to make friends really easily and really quickly with different people, different cultures, and that's just because of how like over here, like the nationality and the culture and the race and all of that never really mattered. You know, it's like if I'm sitting next to a Saudi student or next to an Indian student or a Filipino student, didn't matter. He became my friends either way. And that's like the environment that Reeyada really like, you know, enforces.
See, this is why I always say diversity is Al Riyada's strength. Okay, Engineer Bakr, what you experienced and stayed with you from Al Riyada?
Chemistry labs. This been really, it was very special moments. I fell in love with chemistry, and even now in my studies, like I am doing something related to chemistry in environment.
Yes.
Environmental chemistry. So everything really, every time when I join, when I enter the labs, I remember that Sylvie was, for example, handling this apparatus, how she was like putting the chemicals together and so on.
I believe you were the first Saudi student to graduate from Al Riyada International School. So I think you opened the door for other Saudis. Now we have a lot of Saudi students graduate every year. Second largest student population is Saudis. Imagine those days you needed a permission. Now, no need, everybody. So there was a requirement, yes, we had to go through certain procedure to open the doors for Saudi students to join an international school. And I'm glad we did that because we should. Since we are in Saudi Arabia, Saudis should go to international school. And as we said, you know, the culture, also there are a lot of things placed to there.
I would like to say something which is really very important. When I was in Riyadh, you know, really, I was maybe the only Saudi student. One of the things that I found that during these days, others really don't understand the Saudi culture very well. Yes, they see maybe some people who are not representative of the Saudi people. So now I think that's one of the things that's allowing the Saudi students to join, maybe that others will understand more the Saudi culture, and the Saudi culture will understand also more the abroad culture.
For the foreigners.
This is really very important.
Yeah, for
this will give, you know, a respect between the two cultures.
No, it's very important. So I think now it's more easier to learn about other cultures is because of social media now.
That's right.
Those days, you know, we didn't have phones, computers, social media. So getting to know culture was until you meet someone, or in the school. As we said, we are, you know, multi-diverse environment. So since you are engineer, we are considering expanding the school's playground area to build additional few classrooms because school is growing. The demand is growing, and a lot of people want to be part of Al Riyada. All students are coming, and we are offering 3 UK board exams now.
Nice.
Before your time was Cambridge. Now we are Oxford and EdXL Pearson. So do you think you could give us some feedback on the area we plan to build? Because I wanted to hear from our engineer student.
I'm an environmental engineer, not a civil engineer. However, the thing that I will say, take care of plants, grow plants, and make the school more green.
you just hit my interest. I think everybody knows that I love nature, that I always encourage recycling, saving environment, this kind of thing. There are a lot of things, but there are a lot of misconception. See, when we talk about environment, like you said, you really focus. A lot of people here maybe they don't care or they don't understand how important it is for the future generation. But it's very difficult to reinforce when there are a lot of people who are not on board and they don't understand or they don't care.
Actually, I am part of a team, environmental team, volunteering team. So we are having many activities, and one of our activities could be that we visit schools. We give some lectures.
Oh, that will be great.
Let the students join some activities and so on.
I think this will be very nice to hear from a former student about an environment that you advocating. That will be great. I think that will be very nice, and I will look forward to that. This is very good, and that's my passion. Okay. By the way, I love that. So I hope we will continue to that. So is there any advice you would like to share with those who would like to become engineer, as you said that, about environment or things like that?
Leave a good trace in this life. Either whether you are an engineer or a doctor or a business school guy, anything. Just think of your job that you are really, what you are doing is helping humanity as a whole. And of course, we are gaining money from our jobs and so on. But this is not the whole thing. It's actually the big picture is that we are doing so because we want to leave a trace in this
legacy, a memory, and all these things for other generation to follow. I'm so proud what you're doing, and it's very important profession. Since both of your parents are doctors, how do you feel that their eldest son following their footsteps?
Yeah, well, in the beginning I did not want to become a doctor, right? I was really against it. I really didn't want to do it. But then I got accepted because I did my IGCSEs here and I got really good marks. I did like 8 subjects in one session and I got like A's, and so I got accepted at the age of 16 to do a foundation here in Malaysia for computer science.
Okay.
Yeah, and khalas, I got there and I bought the ticket and the visa is out and I'm supposed to travel in like a week or 2. Then I got cold feet. I was 16 and I'm going to a country I don't know, so I got scared. So to convince my parents, I told them, you know what? Just because you guys want me to become a doctor, I'm gonna become a doctor. And but later on, I actually fell in love with medicine after I started university and all of that. It became my passion. Like I really loved it, and I loved what I'm doing, and I loved what I'm learning. And now I'm here.
So your parents are still in Mana Hospital, or?
Yeah, my mother is in King Faisal Hospital and my father is in
Mana Hospital. Yes. Since you're a doctor, I'm sure you must be seeing a lot of patients coming in and out with different kind of illness and everything. How do you feel that moment?
Yeah, that never gets easy. You'd think that by time it might become a little easier since it's the nature of the job, but it really never does get easier. And that is also a part of why I love medicines, because now it is in my power to help these people. I think the hardest part is when you see someone that you cannot help.
Yeah, so this is what this feel helpless or something.
Yeah, that's why in medicines, like, you have to keep learning, because medicine is really big, and the more you learn, the more you can help. So it's a very good incentive for you to learn and to keep expanding your knowledge.
So I know this King Fahd is a very huge hospital, and in ER you must be seeing thousands of patients a day.
Yeah. On my first day, we had some shortage of doctors. So they put me into work right away, and on my first day, like, I didn't know what I'm doing, and I still saw like 32 patients on my own, and
God.
Yeah, it was bittersweet, because like I didn't know what I'm doing, but at the same time I'm helping these people,
and but that forces you to learn.
Yeah, exactly. That's a good thing, because like after that one day, like, people usually take months and years to learn, but for me, one day, 32 patients, I've seen like 32 different cases.
Oh my God! I can imagine. We're gonna need all our former students as an engineer, as a doctors. We're gonna need.
Rebuild the city.
Yes. So what advice would you give to us? See, teachers create all professions. It's it's rewarding and it's very stressful profession. So for us to stay healthy and, for prevention in a stressful environment, what kind of advice you can give us as a doctor?
Okay, so most doctors and most things that you see, they're gonna tell you about like, oh, eat well and like, avoid fat and avoid like sugar, a lot of sugar and a lot of salt. But I'll tell you, the number one thing is stress. Just be careful of stress. Try to like limit the amount of stress you get every day, because it is a silent killer. Like, it is potentially the number one reason for a lot of deadly things, for like heart disease, for strokes, for different organ failure. It's stress. It's just our mind is not made to be under as much stress as we live in right now in this time. So just take it easy, it's like life is gonna go on no matter what. So
it is, sometimes we tell ourselves, you got to stop stressing out, but it's just the life, it's like the work, certain work. Yes, I think stress became my, like a part of me.
Yeah, it is. But I think like what you should realize is that like, how long have you been running this school, and you have been doing a great job.
25 years.
Yeah, so
25 years.
Yeah, 25 years.
I think you become like, I think that's what everybody said. I think, but it's opposite. I realize that the longer you work, the more you want to do something different.
Yeah.
See, if we want to evolve and you want to keep growing and things like this, and the world is changing.
Yeah.
And world is racing. If we're not going to race with the world, we're going to left behind. So what advice would you like to give to our current students who's thinking of going to medicine?
Okay, I think the most important advice is, if you don't love it, don't go into it, because you will never finish. You are choosing something that you're going to study until you die.
Okay, so Dr. Noor, can you share one specific moment or experience during your school years at Al Reeyada that inspired or shaped your journey to becoming a doctor? There's anything that you carry with you?
Like the impact of the teachers, like I was speaking to Sir Rexter a while ago, and I was telling him how when I'm doing something on the computer, it's like all the knowledge I have of like these programs like Excel and Word, it's all because of him. And I can like proudly and confidently put it on my CV as in like, oh, I know how to use Excel. Why? Because of Sir Rexter 10 years ago, like these never go out. And like Miss Reshma, like I came here, I was grade 6, I didn't speak a word of English. Like the only thing I knew how to say is hello, how are you? And right now, like I am getting like the highest marks in English tests.
And a doctor.
Yeah.
In King Fahad.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, both of you. Engineer Bakr, Dr. Noor, I'm so proud of you, and I wish you both the very best in your future endeavors.